He was just there dabbing in front of everyone. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome to another episode of In the Kitchen with AJ. I'm actually inside a kitchen today instead of being outside in the outdoor kitchen, aka God's kitchen. Today I'm doing chili, Texas chili to be exact. No beans, just meat, heat and eat, spices, peppers. It's gonna be delicious. Go ahead and hit that like button right now. I know you're gonna like the video. Also hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. All right, pretty simple ingredients. We got red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, 2 jalapenos, a whole head of garlic, yellow onion, white onion, and 2 poblano peppers. Now, if you really want to take the heat up a notch, you can add a serrano or a habanero or any pepper that you prefer, or like a pepper that you grow in your garden, or a red hot chili pepper, whatever kind of pepper you want. Speaking of peppers, something's been bothering me, and I really got to get into it. Why is the restaurant Chili's named after the dish chili, but their logo is a chili, C-H-I-L-E, and it looks like this thing? Doesn't make sense to me, right? Like C-H-I-L-I is chili, like the dish that we're making. C-H-I-L-E is a pepper, but the restaurant is called Chili's with an I, but their logo is a pepper, and they also don't like promote their chili dish. I don't know, it's just weird, right? Like, I don't know, it's been bothering me for a long time, and I asked people about it, but now I figured, hey, I've got this platform. Let me just ask the internets. What do y'all think? Hit the comments. Anyway, sorry, I really went down the rabbit hole. But anyway, let's get back to this chili that we're making with an I, C-H-I-L-I. I'm gonna go ahead and dice all of these guys up as small as I can, especially the onions and the garlic. The peppers you can leave as kind of bigger chunks, but as for these onions, for sure, I wanna get them as small as possible. Okay, let's go ahead and chop this onion up. Wait. No, wait, something's wrong. Oh no, I gotta snap. No. How come on Facebook they just snap their finger or like drop the thing and it like cuts it for them? I don't know. All right, go ahead and peel this onion apart. I'm not crying. You're crying, man. I'm just cutting these onions. Drop them all into this little pan and keep them for when I'm ready. Got my bell pepper, 2 bell peppers. Oh, pro tip, I don't know if you know this or not, but here you can see that they have 4. If it has 3, it's a male. If it has 4, it's a female. Just a little something. Just a little nugget there for you. All right, so I'm gonna pop the top off of these guys, and then I'm gonna rib them, or I don't know what it's called. Pull the little thingy out from inside. Same thing on this guy. Pop the top, hit them ribs, or whatever they're called. Sorry, I didn't go to culinary school, but I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments. Hashtag thank you, trolls. All right, so on these bell peppers, I'm just gonna like cut them into, I don't know, halvesies, maybe 3 skis, whatever, quarters. You can leave them kind of big because they just kind of string out whenever they cook down. Also, shout out to Tin Roof Home on this cutting board though. Look at it. All right, so that looks good. My poblanos. These aren't really too hot, but they taste really good. So, I mean, you probably want to pull the seeds out anyway, especially if you're cooking for children, which I am. And my family doesn't really like spicy too much, so we're not gonna get too carried away. Those seeds though, seeds make the pepper hotter. Also, shout out to my nephews, Alec and Tristan, for helping me out today. Tristan's on the camera. I don't have 3 hands. Extra pro tip, don't touch your face or anything else. I'm gonna leave one with the seeds, and then I'm gonna take the seeds out of the other one, just to get a little bit of heat. but not a lot. You could probably do a better job than I do. My knife skills are weak. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you can just kind of do this little thing here, pull those seeds out of there. And leave this guy intact inside, put on my plate. Okay, there we go. All right, pretty simple spice mix. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of each. 2 teaspoons of just regular old salt, 2 teaspoons of regular old pepper, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin or ground comino for my Spanish speakers, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic. Actually, I'm a liar. It's 4 teaspoons of chili powder, not 2. So 2 teaspoons of everything else. And I'm gonna put everything into a Ziploc baggie just so I can have it at the ready. You know, prepare everything first, and then when I'm ready to throw everything in, it's all ready to go. So, pro tip, pour your spices over your bag. That way, when you spill them, they're already in your bag. Yeah. Doesn't fit. One more time. No, still, no, okay. Spice mix, ready to go. If you want to throw anything else extra in there, you can. It's okay. You don't really need to shake it, but I'm shaking it. All right, the only meat that we need to prepare for this is a little something extra that I throw in there, is a round steak. I picked this up at my local butcher shop, Novak's Meat Market here in El Campo. They even give you the bone in case you're gonna do a little stew or whatnot. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of trim this round steak up, get a little bit of the fat off the edge, and then I'm gonna cube it. I'm gonna cube it probably, I don't know, 1/4-inch cubes or something like that. 1/2-inch cubes, whatever size cube you want, cube it. You don't have to put this in there if you don't want to, but I think I like the texture and it tastes a little bit better with it, along with the chili meat that we're gonna put in. I'm also gonna put some hamburger meat. So 3 different meats. All right, got my strippy strips. Flip it sideways. And then start to cubing. Not Mark Cuban. Steak Cuban. I mean, Mark Cuban's cool too. All right, got this round steak pretty much cubed up. So this is one whole round steak here, cubed. Got 1 pound of chili meat and 1 pound of ground beef. And that's about all we need for this. All right, we're gonna Paula Deen this, as any good recipe starts with a stick of butter. Drop that into the thing, put it on a medium-high heat, and let that butter start to melt. All right, nice and buttery. Just let it melt down a little bit more before you start throwing everything in there. All right, first thing into the pool is the onion, and we're gonna go ahead and just throw those in there, let them sweat down, get a little bit caramelized and delicious, and then we will put the peppers in a minute, but I'm gonna let these go. I'm gonna go ahead and crank it up to high. I'm gonna let these go by themselves for a few minutes first. All right, got these onions going. It smells delicious in here. I'm definitely not trying again. All right, next into the pool are all my peppers. Same thing, we're gonna let those get nice and buttery. Just threw my garlic in. Gonna let it mingle with everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down to like medium-ish. I don't want that garlic to start to burn. It'll really just get bitter and stinky. All right, everything's looking real good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the round steak first. Pro tip, don't break your meat up too much because you want it to kind of keep its texture and be a little bit actually something to chew on instead of just being like chili soup. All right, here we go, round steak going in. Oh yeah. And let that brown up. If your sinuses weren't clear before, they're definitely clear now with all those peppers going. Got my chili meat going in. And we're gonna let this brown up. The chili meat is nice and kind of browned up. Go ahead and throw in my regular old hamburger meat, ground beef, 80-20. And we're gonna get this browned up now. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my spice mix that I made earlier and let that get nice and mixed up with everything. Turn the heat down a little bit. Probably just like around a medium or so, and get it all nice and stirred up. All right, next we're gonna throw in 2 cans of the old Hunt's tomato sauce. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And 1 little can of tomato paste, or however much I can get out of the can. Maybe not a whole can, before I lose my patience. Okay, that's all that's going. We're gonna let that go for just about a minute or 2. Let it get nice and heated up. Mix around all the way to Flavor Town, if you will. Shout out Guy Fieri. All right, next into the pool is some chicken stock. Or broth. Whatever you accidentally grab at HEB is fine. I actually grabbed the chicken broth this time. I don't think there's a difference. And we're gonna do one more. Whoa, this is awkward. Had a little incident. All right, now we're just gonna let this simmer for 3 hours. And all those flavors are gonna come together and they're gonna get delicious and more delicious, and it's gonna get epic. All right, I'm in another kitchen. Yesterday I cooked the chili. You just saw that. Today I'm rewarming it up because chili's always better the second day. It's Thanksgiving, there's a million people here. Everybody's shushing everybody like they are being quieter when they're shushing, but really they're louder. All right, chili. As you can see, the actual peppers have turned into nothing. That little layer of fat on the top, that's how you know it's good. That's the stick of butter floating. And if you need to add a little bit of extra chicken stock, you can at this point. I don't think I'm going to because it's looking pretty solid. Now we're just gonna let it get a little bit hotter and wait for the turkey to come out and wait for the forks to quit rummaging around, and then we'll be ready to eat. All right, this is definitely ready. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh yeah. Extra meaty. I'm gonna burn my mouth. It's cornbread. Dipped in the chili.
Get some.
Hmm? It's close enough. Looks like it.
Get you some. Why is everybody looking at me?